If we can create $1 million out of the air over a thought process, can we do it again? Let's see about doing it again. This is 2 million now. 2 million. For another million, 10 slots, 100 grand per slot. We ought to have a memorial fund. Okay? Memorial fund. Millbilly, Aragoze, Denise Rainey. Those are the three I know of so far. But we got 10. If you are making a murderer, if you are making a murderer, YouTube, and you died on the Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey hill, then you get 100 grand. Now, if they're guilty as fuck and Teresa Halbach is dead as a doornail, and you died, this took your life, whether you're for Avery or against Avery or for Teresa or against Teresa. No matter where you stood, you were in the way, it doesn't matter. What matters is it consumed your life. Okay? And you died. You could have been doing something different, but you weren't. You were involved in this case. No matter which side you're on, you were involved in this case and you died. Okay? Yeah. 100 grand. So there's $1 million set out for all the YouTubers, nobody else, and you were invested in making a murderer one way or the other, are neutral, doesn't matter. You wasted your life on a lie. You're a victim. You're a victim. You're a victim of Kratz, Gone, and Fallen. You're a victim of those three people. And the news media and all that other shit. And because you're dead, you can't be sued. Your estate, your money, and all that other good shit, you can get sued, sure. But if you died on the hill and you didn't have a chance to come around and make good of which you were possible, it still stole your life. Simple as that. If you died, hey, here's 100 grand to your next of kin or whatever the case is. If you were against Avery and Avery's paying you 100 grand to be against him and Brendan Dassey too, well, and all that shit's up on the web, their release from prison and they walk free is vindication enough. Okay, they acted the fool and they died on the hill being an idiot. Give them 100 grand. It's not your money, Steve. It's not your money because you're just going to bill the government for overhead expenses once again. So we got $2 million in overhead expenses, Steve. Yeah. And you just, well, here's my $400 million fucking claim. I'll take my money. Oh, and by the way, yeah, here's another couple million for overhead. See what I'm saying, you know? So we're robbing the bank again. Well, fuck, if we could rob the bank 2 times, let's rob the bank a third. What do you say, huh? So, another $1 million. Okay. Break it up into 10, 100 grand a piece. You know the story. It's routine by now. So who's next? Who's next? If I can't convince you, fuck it. I'll just bribe your ass and pay you off. Okay? Come on over to our side. Figure this shit out. Let's see now. You're for Stephen Avery, you're for Brendan Dassey, but Teresa's dead, so fuck Teresa, alright? That crowd. Okay. It doesn't matter much because you bring factual information that's unknown previous to your investigation, and it's worth your time and effort no matter what your thought process was. It's what you produced. The content of your character, okay? It's what you produced. Now then. You had better sign up to get paid off, to change your point of view, or just use your shit, your media. You have intellectual properties, okay? And your intellectual properties is got a value. You want to sue your ass and edit all the bullshit and just keep what's beneficial and factual to the case. And there's 10 of you. Again, here we go. Stephen Avery won't sue your ass. Okay. Stephen Avery will let you keep what you got on him. Won't take your money. And punitively double that amount. He won't do that. Okay. So you're off the hook still yet. And you get paid 100 grand. Okay. Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey getting out of prison is justice enough. Everybody sees how stupid you were, how you made a fool out of your fucking self. You know? Hey, we'll just let it stay. No problem. Now that's 100. That's $1 million. So now we're what, up to $3 million? We're at $3 million? Okay. Now then. For the rest of you, David Avery is guilty as fuck. Teresa's dead. That crowd. Well, there's 2 choices here. Let's go up for another $1 million. All right, this is 4 now. Okay. If Stephen Avery can sue your ass and double the amount for damages and double the amount punitive and 100 grand, if he can't soak that money out of you, then he'll forgive your ass and give you 100 grand if you come over to his side, admit that you're wrong, and blah, blah, blah. Okay? However, if you made more than 100 grand, you're being sued for your amount, damages, double that amount, punitive, interest occurring over this many years since he got convicted, or since you started flapping your fucking mouth and being stupid. Yeah. And adjusted for inflation. Okay. There's that. So now we're doing that. This is a business plan. I'm throwing out the plan. You make it happen. Fuck it. I ain't gonna do it all. Gloria Allred's team would make the plan. I'm just telling them, here's a couple of recommendations that Stephen should do. And besides that, again, Stephen's just gonna tack it on the overhead. Tack it on the overhead, throw it in his lawsuit, win his overhead, pay his overhead off. Good to go. I mean, this is business, people. Business is business. Gosh, I'm starting to run out of $1 million a piece. Fuck. $4 million is about the best I can do. We got $4 million bucks. Damn. Another. But okay. Let's do this again. Another $1 million. $5 million so far. Okay. Print. Everything that's in print. Okay. If Stephen Avery can get more in print than $100,000, he's going to get more in print, which is pretty much all of print. Okay. Now then, for those people that Stephen Avery sues and doubles it, interest and inflation, buku bucks, okay? Then you turn around and sue the media and print. Libel and slander. Got it? Now then. Stephen Avery sued you for this amount, then you want compensation because you relied on them for information, and that information, you used that information, information was wrong, you were harmed, and therefore you require reimbursement for the damages that you had suffered using their information that Stephen Avery sued you for. So now you got to get your own lawsuit and sue the media companies, sue the print, media and print, sue them, and then that's for damages. Now you sue them, you were sued for, you want damages, which is twice what you were sued for. So the more Stephen Avery sues your ass, the more you can get, you can double that and get paid by all the news media and all the print. Well, there's a shitload of you. All right? There's just a bunch of you. Stephen Avery, you take your books and you send it to Gloria Allred and say, hey, guess what? I need to be sued. Sue my ass. Thank you. Okay. And double that amount. I made this much money on Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. Double that amount. And sue me for that amount. Now I owe Gloria Allred this amount and for Stephen Avery. Having that, you can go and sue your information sources. News media, fake news media, and fake publishing. Libel and slander once again. So now you double what Stephen Avery and Stephen Avery sued your ass for. Okay? If he sued your ass and you made $1 million fucking dollars, and you have to pay $2 million, so now you're in debt to Stephen Avery for $2 million because that's how much, half of that is what you made, the other half is punitive. Then you take that amount and you sue the news media and print for the amount that Stephen Avery sued you for. So here's what happened, is you get sued for the money that you did make. Okay, now that's owed. It's a lien against your holdings. And then now, another one. And double that, 2 more. So $1 is $2, $3, and $4. You make $3 on $1. What the fuck return is that? Pretty damn good, I'd say. So we're making a business plan. Remember that. This is a business plan. Business is business. You win, and win. Who loses? Well, every book printed, all the sales of all the books printed, that's a fucking lot of money. And then the news media, N64 controller, all those videos, that's the news media. And the thing about this is that the news media knew. They knew. You see, Tim Zimmerman, Jeff Zimmerman, yeah. Anyway, they put up a picture that I recognize as a 6B3 Deep Joe Green 2 days in a row. And nobody said shit. Hey, that's the wrong vehicle. She's driving a blue vehicle. Are more blue than green. Okay. And then a blue vehicle shows up. They should have said, hey, wait a minute, what the fuck is this shit? What do you got a different vehicle for? And busted their case way back when. But they didn't. They went into cahoots with them. So what this means is 2 things, okay? There's too many people to sue the conglomerates, and there's too many conglomerates to sue, that Gloria Allred is going to have to take this up as a class action lawsuit. Okay? And you all got to sign up on it. You got to all be willing to be sued by Stephen Avery. And here's the kicker. There's Brendan Dassey. Brendan Dassey. We do the same thing with him. So what was $4 million, $5 million? Yeah, we now double that. 8 million? 10 million? Yeah. Yeah. We, us, can squeeze $10 million out of this. For starters. The class action lawsuit will take on its own life beyond what I can do. I'm not going that far. I'm not spouting numbers off for that. Boo. That's whatever it's going to be. Okay? I might lowball it. Don't want to do that. I might go over promise. Don't want to do that. So, with Stephen Avery and us, YouTubers, it's a fixed rate, okay? Let's just keep it fucking simple, right? It's a fixed rate. We got $4 or $5 million. You do the fucking math. You do the business plan. You do the lawyership and shit like that. I don't. I'm just the idea man, okay? And we'll let this class action lawsuit speak for itself. That's a shitload of money, whatever it is. We are all victims of the media, the fake news. We're all victims of fake publishing regarding Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. Okay? So we can squeeze 10 to 12 million dollars out of this. 8 to 10, 10 to 12. You know, I'm sure somebody's going to come up with an idea I haven't thought of yet. And let's go for $12 million just between us, Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. $12 million. Spread the wealth, baby. Spread the wealth. Okay. Yeah. Then Stephen Avery got his lawsuit and shit like that. Now, we're going to have various lists of people and what they're done. First class, second class, third class passengers on the cruise ship, shall we say. Citizen investigation team. Now, what can you earn from this, aside from that? Well, Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey walk out of prison and you're one of the 10 that says yay-hoo and everybody else goes, oh, fuck. There you go. Okay? You have book deals, you have movie deals, appearance deals, road shows, all that good shit. Now, piece of financial advice for you. Why don't we all pool our money at 12 million more, plus Stevens, plus Brendan's, and let's go buy Avery Auto Salvage back. Okay? Wipe the place clean. We're going to start all over. And we're going to build a racetrack, a drag strip, a drive-in movie theater, auto junkyard, auto museum, where you get to look at old junk cars through the ages, unrestored junk cars through the ages, and you go, oh man, what that would look like brand new. Of course, when you turn around and look over here, it's brand new, okay? So you got the junk and the brand new side by side. And the junk remains junk, the brand new remains brand new. We got slot car race, amusement park, drive-in movie theater, if I haven't mentioned that already. Mosh pit for monster trucks. WWF arena. Okay. And a movie production company, all on Avery's Auto Salvage. Okay, yeah, there we go. And we're going to get historical drive-in movie theaters, and they're going to be smaller, so there's more of them, different movies. And you park your car over here in that big frickin' field over there, big parking lot, and we'll shuttle your ass into it, and you're on our rides. You get to drive around the stuff, but they're on rails, and it's an amusement park. It's a great, big, huge, monstrous amusement park. And you play concerts there. Yeah. It'd be the biggest money maker in all of Manawha County. It would be, yeah, it's big. Attraction. We'll go for the attraction. Especially on Halloween. We got Halloween down, boy. All the cars have lights in them, skeletons in them, got fucking all this other stuff, beats to the music. That's what we could spend our money on. Money, make money, see. Because Avery Auto Salvage is a brand name, and it's notorious. And we don't want to have that opportunity get away from us. So people, yeah, I'm making a business plan. This is a business plan. You shit me a fucking business plan out of my ideas. All right? There's enough of you out here. There's smart people out here. Check with your attorneys. Check with your tax dude. All right? Go consult the finance and run this video by them. All right? See what they think. Anyway, I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee and eat breakfast.